Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Scent Cloud. Thanks for stopping by. So today I'm here to talk about a new release from Parfums Vintage. They've been pretty busy this year in 2021 as far as new releases. In early March, I decided to pick up one of their new releases, and today we're here to talk about Haciventus, Parfums Vintage. Of course, that's the name right there at the bottom. So Haciventus, first it takes the name of two pretty well-known fragrances, which is Hacivat and Ventus, but this one is strictly inspired by Hacivat from Nishane. I briefly touched on this fragrance a couple videos ago, and I have a sample of it right here that I got from Fragrance USA, Nishane Hacivat right here. And I just want to go over Haciventus as a scent by itself first, and then I'll jump into the comparisons of what this one isn't compared to the original. So like I said, released early this year, 2021. The notes in this one, at the top we got tropical pineapple, grapefruit, and bergamot. The middle we got cedar, patchouli, and jasmine, and in the base we have oak moss and woody notes. So overall, I think I like this scent. It's pretty good. I wore it a couple times. I got to spend some time with it, and I like it. Opens up very fruity. All citrus is at the top. So pineapple, grapefruit, and bergamot. In my opinion, the pineapple in this one is a little dark, a little syrupy, but still overall very bright on the opening. Very citrusy, kind of sweet, but it's got a little sparkliness to it, I guess because of the grapefruit. But very fruity overall opening scent. I think I like that. But at the same time, in the mids and the base, I guess you can get those woody notes of the cedar and the oak moss and the woody notes, whatnot. I don't get too much patchouli and jasmine out of this one. I just get citruses, pineapple, and woods. Like I said, that opening top note of the citruses, the grapefruit, it's pretty big. I mean, it's pretty strong. It's probably the strongest pineapple scent that I've smelled so far in my fragrance journey. But I think on the website they do market Haciventus as having an amped up pineapple note compared to the one that's inspired by, which is Hacivat from Nishane. So yeah, big, bright, fruity, sweet opening. Pineapple, grapefruit, bergamot. In the middle, like I said, in the middle of the base behind those citruses, you get the woods, and that's pretty much the scent. That's all I get. Like I said, I don't get too much patchouli, even though I do get a sort of a kind of a fresh green vibe behind the citrus and right in between, like after the woods, but not so much where I can barely pick it up. But it does have this kind of freshness going on with it. Very juicy opening, like I said, and those woods kind of give it a sturdy base. So overall, pretty good scent. When I first tested this one out, when I first got it, like I said, big pineapple, but after it dried down, after like the first maybe hour or two, I kind of got this almost pine-like scent to it, and almost reminded me of the little chips or whatever you put inside like a hamster cage, kind of like that intense wood kind of, I don't know if it's cedar or some other kind of wood that you put inside a hamster cage, but that's what I got from it. Not to say that's a bad thing, because I kind of do enjoy that smell. But like I said, with the pineapple and the citruses on top, it does have a very strong cedar and woody base. Those top notes kind of linger around for pretty much the whole scent. But after like the first 30 minutes to an hour, it does kind of comes down a little bit, and then you're just left with the woody notes. But like I said, it's still pretty much bright and citrusy, but very woody on the dry down, with a thin layer of that pineapple and bergamot and grapefruit at the top. Really good scent. Longevity on this one is pretty good. I get about 8 to 10 hours solid on this one. projecting really good within the first, I would say, 2 hours. This one really pushes, especially if you apply a lot of this one. It's going to push and it's going to last for a really long time. But on the low end or the average, I'll say about 8 to 10 hours, which is really good. And it probably lasts a little longer than that. It lingers around after 8 to 10 hour mark. It's just pretty, close to the skin. But performs really good. I think this is to be a good year-round scent. Maybe not so much in the winter time, but I think it does have the staying power to be a winter scent. So if you do want to smell kind of fresh, fruity, and woody in the winter time, I guess you can pull this one off. But all my experience with this one has been, like I said, since March up until now, which has been the spring going into summer. Yeah, but overall, pretty good scent, Haciventus. So compared to the original, like I said, I have it down here. There's some differences. I think Parfums vintage came close, as close as they could to mimicking this one. But I don't think they were trying to make an exact clone, a copy of this one, because there are some differences between Haciventus and the original Hacivat. Hacivat to me opens up a lot lighter, a lot fresher, and a lot more airy, a little bit dusty, a little bit dry. Same notes, like I said, pineapple, grapefruit, bergamot, and those woods and patchouli and jasmine at the base. But this one seems a lot more mature, more grown up. It's not as loud and bright and juicy as Haciventus, but Hacivat overall is still a good scent. Like I said, the pineapple is there at the beginning, but it isn't the star of the show. It kind of fades away pretty quickly. The last time I wore it, I think the pineapple only lasted maybe about 30 minutes to an hour on my skin, and it was completely gone. And I was left with, the patchouli, jasmine, cedar, and the woody notes and the oak moss. Then it got really, really dry from the mid and the base on. Really dry woods, oak moss, cedar, just a really, really woody, dry scent. I actually liked it. I got a couple compliments on this one out of D Wear It. It was pretty good. It kind of became undetectable to me after about hour 3 or 4. But like I said, I did get a compliment on it around that 3 or 4 hour mark. And as far as the projection on this one, like I said, it projects pretty good. This one is kind of sneaky to me. Compared to Haciventus, it's pretty much a loud scent out the gate. Like I said, the pineapple is bright, the citruses are bright, and it's layered on top of those woody notes that kind of give it a pretty much fruity, bright, woody scent. Hacivat, on the other hand, is very dry woods. Like I said, it's very dry, but surprisingly enough, well, not surprisingly enough, because Nishane, they use all natural ingredients, high quality ingredients. This goes with the price tag, that this one retails for like $200 or $300 or something like that. But the longevity on this one surprised me. 8 to 10 hours on Haciventus, which isn't bad. I think that's pretty good in my opinion. That's more than enough what I need to last for during my day. But Hacivat lasted, I'm just going to go and say 2 days on my skin. I literally put this on one morning to work, wore it to work, got a compliment on it. Actually, somebody said that when I was working on their laptop, they emailed me the next day and said that my scent was still on the laptop the next day. So that just lets you know how strong Hacivat is. But yeah, I wore it, came home that night, took a shower. It was still on my skin. Woke up the next morning, still on my skin. I can still feel it on my wrist at least. Hacivat is a very strong fragrance. Well worth the money. But like I said, it's a somewhat totally different scent from Haciventus, which in my opinion is a lot more fruitier, not as dry on the dry down, but still you get those woods. But like I said, the top notes, especially that pineapple, pretty much stays around through the lifetime of the fragrance, just thinly layered on top of those woody notes. So you get the light pineapple with the woods in the background, whereas Hacivat, it's just, pineapple for like, 30 minutes, then it's gone, and then you're left with a very dry, woody, beast mode type of scent. I mean, this stuff performs. Like, it's really good. But overall, Haciventus I do enjoy. I do like pineapple. I do like citruses. Overall, I do think Haciventus is a very good scent. Parfums Ventus did a really good job of at least making it their own scent and not completely trying to copy Hacivat for what it is, because I would assume this would be very hard to recreate down to the T. I would say Haciventus is about maybe 50 to 60% of what Hacivat is, because like I said, this one, Haciventus, bright, citrusy, sweet, like I said, dark pineapple at the top, cedar, patchouli, oak moss, woods. That's what you get, whereas this one is just mainly dry woods. 8 to 10 hours on Haciventus, 2 days on Hacivat. I think those are the main differences between the two. So if you're going to pick up this one with experience with Hacivat, you might be disappointed, but you might also appreciate the amount of pineapple they put in this one. Like I said, they amped up the pineapple in this one, and you can definitely tell, especially off the first spray, it hits you, and it hits you hard. But in my opinion, it's not a bright, very bright pineapple. To me, it's like a dark, syrupy pineapple, but the bergamot and the grapefruit make it a little brighter, and then, like I said, dries down to that woodiness. And like I said, Hacivat is just all woods. But yeah, overall, I think Parfums Ventus did something pretty good with this one, like they always do. Parfums Ventus is pretty much known for their creative Ventus inspirations, and I guess some people would say that Nishane Hacivat is kind of in the same realm as a Ventus, even though in my opinion it's not, because they're going in two different directions, especially on the dry down. But I think Haciventus is a really good interpretation, a really good creation from Parfums Vintage. Really like this one. Haciventus, Parfums Vintage. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for stopping by my channel again. Like always, like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.